The Energy Information Administration has reported that the Fort Calhoun Nuclear Generating Station is the fifth U.S. nuclear plant to shut down in the last 5 years. Dominion Virginia Power hopes to remove a small portion of the coal ash stored at a closed coal-fired power plant. And Power Engineering's chief editor joins me to discuss the upcoming PowerGen International Conference. It's Friday, November 4th, and this is Power Today. Hello and welcome to Power Today for Friday, November 4th. I'm Cassie Haley. We begin this edition of Power Today with news that the U.S. Energy Information Administration has reported that Fort Calhoun Nuclear Generating Station was the fifth U.S. nuclear plant to shut down in the last 5 years. The Omaha Public Power District cited financial concerns for the closure. At 478 megawatts, it was the smallest nuclear reactor in the country. The other four nuclear plants that have been shuttered include Crystal River in Florida, Kewaunee in Wisconsin, San Onofre in California, and Vermont Yankee in Vermont. Many other plants have been slated for closure in the near future. Exelon announced the Clinton plant in Illinois will close by June 2017, followed by its Quad Cities plant in Illinois by June 2018, and its Pilgrim plant in Massachusetts by June 2019. Entergy Corporation announced it will retire its Oyster Creek plant in New Jersey in 2019, and Pacific Gas and Electric will not seek license extensions for its Diablo Canyon plant in Los Angeles. The current licenses expire in 2024 and 2025. EIA reported the lost generation from the nuclear closures was mostly made up by natural gas, with the remainder from coal and, in the case of Vermont Yankee, electricity imports from Canada and surrounding states. There are currently 99 operational nuclear reactors at 62 nuclear power plants. For more on this story and to stay up to date on the latest power engineering news and information, visit power-eng.com. In other power news, an email from a Virginia state official to the Southern Environmental Law Center indicates Dominion Virginia Power hopes to remove a small portion of the coal ash stored at a closed coal-fired power plant. However, a Dominion spokesman told the Virginian pilot the utility plans to keep the majority of the more than 3 million tons of ash in place. Dominion officials said the utility no longer seeks to discharge treated water into the Elizabeth River from draining the bottom ash pond. Instead, the utility hopes to truck water from that pond to an off-site treatment facility. Possible plans include excavating ash from the pond. Regardless of what happens with the bottom ash pond, the utility still seeks to place a permanent cap over the remaining ash. We're going to take a short break. When Power Today returns, the chief editor of Power Engineering joins me to discuss the upcoming PowerGen International Conference. Inside the Industry is up next. Stay with us. From December 13th through 15th, thousands will be in Orlando for the largest power industry show in the world, PowerGen International 2016. Hello, I'm Cassie Haley, host of the daily power news and information show, Power Today, and I'm here to tell you about a great way to get your message to the PowerGen audience. At this year's show, I'll be conducting content interviews with a select group of companies and thought leaders who recognize the importance of video in marketing their message. These one-on-one interviews will be featured on Power Today and will then be made available to use in any way you'd like. Power Today airs daily across a broad variety of Penwell sites, including Power Engineering, and has become a known and respected brand within the world of power. We take pride in keeping the power industry informed and telling our viewers about the exciting stories, people, and companies that are moving the industry forward. This is your opportunity to reach the ideal audience and to make sure your message is heard. I've been speaking with Bill Newsom today about Mitsubishi's J-Series gas turbine, the M501J. There is limited time available to schedule your PowerGen interview, so please don't put off locking in what could be your best marketing investment of the year. I'm Cassie Haley. I look forward to speaking with you at PowerGen International. Welcome back. Russell Ray is the chief editor of Power Engineering and a respected voice within the world of power generation. He recently joined me in the studio to discuss next month's PowerGen International Conference. Here's today's Inside the Industry. So, Russell, PowerGen International is right around the corner. One of the most exciting moments is that opening night with the keynote addresses. Can you tell me who's going to be presenting this year?
That's right. Our keynote session, the thing we try to do with our keynote session every year, we try to invite the biggest decision makers in the industry. And this year is really no different. Keynote session is December 13th, starts at 9:30 a.m. It's a 2-hour session. On our keynote panel this year, we have two of the nation's largest electric utilities on the panel. We have one of the world's largest EPC firms. We have one of the world's largest OEMs on the panel as well. We have Alex Glenn, he's the president of Duke Energy Florida. We have Willie Mexner, he's the CEO of the Power and Gas Division at Siemens AG. We have Rick Halil, he's the Senior Vice President and GM of Energy for Burns and McDonnell. Mm-hmm. And finally, and we're very happy about this, we have Anthony Wilson. He's the Chairman, CEO of Mississippi Power. He'll round out our keynote speakers. I think it'll be a fascinating discussion. I think Mr. Wilson is going to be there to talk about one of the most innovative and one of the most controversial power plants in the world, the Kemper County Coal Gasification Facility. It's a project that has a lot of the latest technology, but it's also had a lot of problems, a lot of cost overruns. There's been a lot of delays. The project cost has gone from $2.9 billion to about $7 billion. So I don't know if that's a great case for coal, but Mr. Wilson will be there to make that case, and I'm sure people will be very interested in what he has to say. So we're very excited about it.
To hear both sides. What other topics might be covered?
Well, we have a wide variety of topics. We'll be talking about a whole range of topics during the week, from data analytics to gas turbine designs. Mm-hmm. Our gas turbine technologies track will be very interesting. We've, over the last decade, fuel efficiency in combined cycle mode has gone from 50 to 62%. Mm-hmm. And we got there through improvements in cooling technologies, advancements in gas turbine coatings and materials. So as I said, today we're at around 62% efficiency. And utilities and the OEMs say we're going to get to 65% fuel efficiency, combined cycle mode, in a few short years. How are we going to get there? We're going to get there through better manufacturing techniques, additive manufacturing specifically, also known as 3D printing. We're going to be designing better gas turbine components through that technology. That they're going to be more precise. They're going to enhance the airflow in these big machines, and better airflow equates to better efficiency. So we'll be talking about that issue and how we're going to get from 62% today to 65% fuel efficiency in a few short years. So that should be very exciting as well.
Another thing the attendees like to take advantage of is the technical tours. What can they expect this year in Orlando?
Yeah, that's one of the highlights of our conference. Attendees, when they come to PowerGen, we try to offer a wide variety of tech tours from gas-fired generation to coal to solar and wind. I have a cheat sheet here to go down the list of tech tours. One of our more exciting tech tours is the Sanford power plant. It's a combined cycle plant, gas-fired plant north of Orlando near Lake Monroe. It features 4 combustion turbines with a capacity of 170 megawatts each. So if a combined cycle is your focus at your company, that'd be an excellent tour to take advantage of. We have the Cane Island Power Park. Every time we're in Orlando, we offer a tour of that facility as well. It's a 710 megawatt gas-fired plant near Intercession City. It's equipped with 4 gas turbines from GE, including an aeroderivative simple cycle turbine that's used primarily for peaking purposes. If wind power is your thing, the Wind Service Training Center is located in Orlando. The center features the latest wind turbine technologies from Siemens, so that should be very exciting. And finally, there is a solar array on top of the Orange County Convention Center there in Orlando. It's a 1.1 megawatt PV array on the roof of the north-south building, and so that's always a very popular tech tour for our attendees, and we should sell out for most of those tech tours, so I'd encourage anyone, if they're going to sign up, they should sign up early.
There's been some word about some changes happening within the conference for 2017. Can you talk to me about that?
Yeah, we're very excited about this. As you may know, PowerGen International, we began in 1988. That first event, we had about 1,000 attendees and 100 exhibiting companies. By 2011, we were up to 21,000 attendees and about 1,400 exhibiting companies. And after that, we brought in a lot of other events and kind of lost our identity a little bit. But for 2017, we're going back to being PowerGen International. One conference, one event where you can sit in on sessions about nuclear, coal, gas, and renewables. We're very excited about that. I compare it to classic Coke versus new Coke. Coca-Cola went to new Coke. Consumers didn't like it, so they went back to classic Coke. That's what we're doing here. Our committee members were concerned, our attendees were concerned about the changes, and as a result, we're listening, and so we're going back to being PowerGen International. It's one of the most identifiable brands in power generation, so it makes a lot of sense to go back to being PGI. So we're very excited about that.
I'm very excited to attend, and thanks for joining us today.
You bet. Thank you.
That's going to wrap things up for us on Power Today. You can link to the show directly at powertoday.tv, and you can follow me at @CassieHaley on Twitter. For everyone at Power Today, have a great weekend. We'll see you back here Monday at noon, 11 Central.